Namaste, good morning. Namaste, Gopal Bhaiya. Namaste, all the quiet scholars. Welcome to the morning session.
नमस्ते भैया।
We will move on to the next sharing. So, Namaste, Kumaresan ji.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste. So, I will put your brief introduction and then you can place your sharing here. So, we have here as the second sharing today, Dr. G. Kumaresan ji. He is an assistant professor at the Department of Production Technology, the Madras Institute of Technology campus, Anna University, Chennai. He attended the Student Internship Program in 2018 and UHV 2 in May 2024. And he further attended UHV Introductory in December 2024 face-to-face. And he conducted UHV 2 in his campus in February 2025 as he was LPC in that. And he is also the UHV cell coordinator in his institution. He also conducts monthly meeting for the staff members of his institution. So with this brief introduction, I welcome Kumaresan Bhaiya. He started attending this coding session from the 10th batch. So over to you, Kumaresan Bhaiya, for your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. So, I am Kumaresan. Okay, thanks for your introduction. So, the understanding for this exercise 1 and 2. So, the observation self by self at every moment. So, observing the desire, thought, and expectation. So I understand that feelings are behind the thought. If the feelings are naturally acceptable, so we are in harmony and happy. So the continuity for this natural acceptance. Otherwise, so the naturally acceptable feelings also we understand with this relationship, harmony, and then coexistence. If sometimes we get the feelings of this opposition and disharmony and this the struggle. So I work with that. So we know that naturally acceptance is there. If naturally acceptance, that is the relationship, but sometimes we get the opposition feelings. If why that opposition feelings? So for example, so if the opposition is not with my, okay, if my son or daughter or my family members are there means, so here we don't get this opposition, but we maintain this relationship. So before this UHV, so I also, okay, have this opposition with this, even this small, okay, that incident happened with my family members. But after the UHV, I clearly understand. So that opposition is not the natural acceptance. That relationship is this natural acceptance. Okay, what we want to do, so we always, okay, help their, okay, their state, and then we don't complain with that, and then we compliment to these others. Okay, now the present situation, okay, I reduce my complaint towards others. So start with my family members, my childrens and my wife and my father and mother and my brothers. So now I reduce my the complaint to others. I want to compliment them. So because of this UHV, so I maintain this relationship. So the natural acceptance is relationship. Now I extend this relationship to my college staff members also, because we understand that relatedness is naturally acceptable. We all are related. That is innate in nature. So we follow that. We reduce these complaints for these others. We always follow the compliment to others. This is the way I want to reduce my opposition to others. Now I'm working with my family members and then my working place. Even I want to extend this to the society also. The same way that disharmony. So we get sometimes this disharmony. The solution is within us, so that we know. So we are the taking the decision for that. Okay, so we want to continue with this harmony. So that is the naturally acceptance state. Okay, so we always refer with this. Okay, if I am in this disharmony state, so why? So the disharmony is not a naturally acceptable. I want to become a harmony. So that harmony is also within us. So the solution is within us. Why we blame to these others? Okay. So we work with this. So this is also I have started after this UHV, and then the coexistence is also that natural acceptance feeling. Sometimes I have this struggle with this. So that at the time is also that acceptance level is minimum with us. So we want to accept. So that accept means that is a coexistence. So here that naturally acceptable feelings, I always work with this. Okay? So most of the time, I am not give that react the situations. Now I take some time and then work with this and then respond. So this is the way to face the situation. So sometimes the feelings that opposition, disharmony, and then struggle. Okay, so this is the way I work with this, and always I want to maintain with this relationship, harmony, and then coexistence. But even sometimes based on our samskar, so it gives some reactions with this. At the time, I take uh, some time and work with this, and then so here what I got that from this UHV. So I don't have any fear with some situations. Even I got some fear with that. So why? So the reason is okay, unwanted that reasons. So so I don't react with that reasons. I simply keep quiet. So automatically we get that stable situations. So like that, I practice with this that exercise one by a, and then we come to that exercise that two. So in this exercise one, okay, this observe our imagination, okay, that the feelings start expectations. I already told that the feelings we get this. So they're naturally acceptable. So naturally acceptables, I always okay, work with this that relationship, harmony, and then coexistence. Whenever it's come out, so we go back to this and then take. So this why we get this opposition, because we have some uh, base assumption with that. Okay, so they are not related. So if all are related, so that opposition is automatically okay, come out from this. So this that way. So we work with this, and then this the basis is not decide based on you have this the moment. Okay, the right understanding with this. So we always work with this right understanding. So this naturally acceptable that feelings. Okay, so we always work with that relationship, harmony, and then coexistence. Okay, so this is the way. So I work with this exercise one. But yeah, then next that go to this exercise two. So in this exercise two, so I am there. I exist. The body is also there. So I got this information after this UHV face to face that FDP. So I attended that Umesh Bhaiya has clearly told that self and body. So that concept I understand only after this UHV. This before UHV, most of the time I give the importance to the body. So now I have a clear idea about that self and body. The two entity is there. So in this two entity, it's also the self is important. Okay, that is also so I understand with this. Okay, that body, that sensations only we get from this body. And then based on the sensations, that instruction is from the self only. So self can that's here, do here and then enjoy here. So I don't have that much of okay, clarity before this UHV. Most of the time, so I follow with this body, that body need. Okay, even okay, so now also okay, sometimes so based on this the sensation. So for example, so some place they have that sweets. Okay, so I'm more inclined with these sweets. Okay, so if the possible, I take this one more sweet for that also. And after this UHV only, so I resist. It's not resist. So my understanding, let also my understanding. So don't take. So that one is enough. So we take this more than one. So that is based on the sensation. Okay, because our the samskar. So now I have some idea about this body need and then self need. Now I understand so that body is also important, but self is more important than this body. So I don't have this understand this before. Now I give more important to the self and then the body. Now I understand the body as an instrument. Okay, so we utilize that instrument, and also I understand the purpose of this body. Okay. So the self can take care for this body. So it is our responsible. It is also our responsible. So that if anything happen this body, so the self can take care. And so one more okay, clarity I get after this UHV. If I get some any problem in this body, so for example that cold, so I choose the minimal amount of this medicine. So I reduce my medicine intake for this because so that is a self-regulation. So we understand that the body and then self both are the self-regulated. So uh, we reduce this medicine and allow the body to take rest. Okay, so you work with this the root cause of that problem. So you don't okay give the solutions immediately to for that. Okay, this any pain is there. Okay, you don't take this painkiller for this. So you find the root cause of this pain. So most of the time, body want the rest or like this. Okay, we allow that rest to this body and reduce this medicine. So this is my understanding okay, after this UHE for this okay, that self and body. And then sometimes that sensation. So it attracts. So at the time, so I realize that the importance of this body, the self can take okay responsible for this body. So what are the things we need for this body? So that alone. Okay, so the need of the body is very minimum. That is also okay, I understand for this. So based on this, I worked with this exercise too for this self and body. So I got some clarity with this, and then the self is a seer, doer, and then enjoyer. I also got some information for this. So based on this, I work for this, and then this so for this happiness is innate nature. So I am clear about that happiness is our innate nature. So if I am not happy means so this is not a problem with this outside. Okay, so that innate nature is always there. Okay, so this problem with us. Okay. So here first I work for this. So the body and self. Okay, so I am clear about this that body need. So here most of the time, so even our say the friends and relatives all are this work for this, the time and energy to spend for this body need. Now I understand the body need is very minimum. Okay. To to understand this value of this materialization. Okay. So now I work with that and reduce my physical facilities. So the requirement of this my physical facilities. Now I reduced. Okay, if I reduced, so the concentrate to develop the self. Okay, so we spend more time with this self. The self is important than this body. So now I got some clarity with this. Okay. So that any situation, that happiness is within us. Okay, that also we know that happiness is always within us. So our responsibility for to make this happiness, okay, to others also. Okay. So here, any situation, you don't worry for this. Okay, you always respond to these situations. You react with this situation, uh, that may give some unhappiness for them. Okay, so you always work towards uh, like this. So that interaction of this body in this world outside, by the way of the sensations. Okay, that also I got some information about this. I read the sensation, by decisions give meaning to the sensation. My reaction response depends upon this my sanskar. Okay, sometimes I come out and give some reactions. Okay, and immediately, okay, so I come back. So this is not a way to make this. So whenever I give this reaction, so automatically it affects the body. I realize with this. So and then uh, I reduce my these reactions. I give this response because the body is important, because the soul or the self is present only in this body. So this body, the responsible for the self is take care of this body. Okay, if you maintain the calmness in our body, so the body never okay affect with this. Okay, so most of the problem our body will get because of this the stress like this. You want to reduce this stress, how to create this stress? So because of these situations, you only that make that creation for this stress. Okay, reduce that stress. We make the body to calm. If any situation is there outside, so it's our responsible to make this calmness. So this is the way to understand based on this UHV. I tend to react in sometimes the samskars. So I want to work with these samskars. Okay, samskars are very strong in this most of the time. Okay, so I work with that, okay. And I always ask with them this. Okay, this is the naturally acceptable. Okay. So I thank to that UHV. So they propose with that. Okay, that naturally acceptable is that relationship, harmony, and that coexistence. I always related to with this. Okay, so we all are related. So it's a uh, 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 very base, that fundamental for the that human being. So I accept and then I work with this. Okay, I reduce my this opposition, and then disarmament and this struggle with this. I I work with that samskar. Okay. So previously, based on this my samskar, so that relationship is only within our family members like this. Okay, now I come out from this. So we all are family members. So we all are related. So like this. So this understanding I got from this UHV. So I thank with that UHV for giving this very nice that introduction about that self is also. So before that I don't know that that self and then body the concept. So I always give preference to this that body. Okay, that body need and the body is important like this. Even that UHV too, that Umesh Bhaiya gave that one example. Okay, even okay, so some person is in ICU, he is also in this happy with that self. So like that, so that information he gave. So I understand. So I take the point. So that self is different, that body is different. Body is an instrument. Okay, so that instrument. So I reduce my physical facilities. So this is the way to I follow this. And then last December that Sunil Bhaiya also came and take that UHV one. So at the time a lot of questions they asked related to. So the Sunil Bhaiya very calmly gave that answer. So finally I also asked for that. So he told, so the behavior we want to change within us. So automatically this outside will change. Okay, you don't want to try to change this outside first. You want to change, you make the change to inside, within you. You take that change. So you don't worry about this outside. So automatically that outside changes happen. So like that. So this is the very nice information I got from this. So from that onwards, I am working within me. Before that, uh, I thought, so why that people's like this? That means even my family members is also why they don't follow like that. So now after that, I change myself within us. So automatically the situation is also they help us. So this is the way to I face these things. And then this commitment for this UHV, I am in the teaching professional. My responsibility is more to promote this value-based education. Very recently, so I am attending this every Monday meeting also, every Monday meeting. So that Umesh Bhaiya told that value-based education is very important. Then that is skill-based education. How we understand for self is also important, body is also important, but the self is more important than this body. The same way, now the present education is the skill based. So all our focus with this skill based. The skill based is also important, but the value based is more important than the skill based. Like this, he gave the information. So now I can teach the students with this value based. So thank Umesh Bhaiya for that information. Okay, shared to me. So that value based is important than the skill based. Okay, so I want to inculcate this value based education to the students. So I am teaching this UHV2 for the students also. And then I am coordinating in my campus as a coordinator. So to conduct awareness about this UHV among this teaching and non-teaching faculty also. And then this last discussion, our Kobal Bhai also told this holistic way of this manufacturing. Okay, so basically I am this production engineering. So I am working with this holistic way of this manufacturing to encourage the projects like this. And then so recently our national conference also I have discussed with our Sunil Bhaiya. Sunil Bhaiya also told, okay, so sustainable way of this projects also you gave to the students like this. Okay, so I am working towards for this, okay, that holistic way of this manufacturing and then sustainable based projects also I am working. So and finally, I am working within us. So automatically it takes outside is also changed. So I thank that UHV family. So they give this opportunity to understand a lot of things in before this UHV. So I am in this different state. After this UHV, so uh, I feel very freely. I approach to this everyone, and then I understand more. So like this, so I want to continue with this up to my so life end. So this is my observation about this UHV. I thank all the UHV team to give this opportunity to me. So thanks once again, Bhaiya.
Request Gopal Bhaiya to give his comments regarding your sharing. Gopal Bhaiya, over to you.
नमस्ते भैया
Namaste, Gopal Bhaiya.
जी भैया so भैया you are attending these sessions from 10th batch, right भैया?
Yes, but 10th batch, so I am not continued in this 10th batch. So at the time I got some information with that. 11th batch I have continued, but I got somewhat clarity. But 12th batch, most of the classes I have attended, so I got a lot of information. So I want to practice it, Bhaiya. I want to practice it.
जी so it is a process भैया. So in every batch you will assimilate more than the previous batch.
Yes. So I understand that. So first batch, some place even the words also not understand clearly, and then this continuously I attend this 11th and then 12th. Now I got some clarity with this. Even I want to work more because even I go to the based on samskar sometime.
जी जी in fact in every batch some sanskars are evaluated with the help of proposals, and when sanskars are evaluated it creates a scope to assimilate the information. So receptivity increases
Yes, भैया,
with
भैया.
the number of batches. So that is how we all are moving. This is the process, Bhaiya. In fact, after so long, when we listen to Ganesh ji, है ना, we get
Yeah,
new insight. So every
yeah,
time our sanskars are getting evaluated with the help of proposals, है ना, every time there is a scope that is created to assimilate new proposals. So this is how we all are growing into this journey. है ना.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that is nice, Bhaiya. And in 13th batch, you will find more insights.
Yes, भैया, yes, भैया. One time
Same
you
content, but more insight.
yes, definitely, Bhaiya. So one answer you gave to one co-explorer. So you are in this 10 years for this. So at the time, I understand. Okay, so it takes very long way to make the clarification with this content. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you for your support and then your information towards this UHV, Bhaiya.
जी भैया. So whatever your sharing was, है ना, and that it gave me impression that whatever proposals you have listened, you are trying to differentiate between gross and subtle. You are verifying few proposals very seriously, and that's why there is a reflection outside, है ना, in your behavior. And if family members are also attending with you, may not be in continuity, but if family members are attending with you, that is very great. है ना.
Yeah,
Because when family involved in this process, so journey becomes very easy.
yeah, yes, Bhaiya.
So the complementarity can be ensured with when family members attend these sessions. So that is also good, Bhaiya. So keep continuing, Bhaiya. Best wishes from my side.
Yes, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya.
जी, नमस्ते भैया.
Namaste, Bhaiya.